Best Google camera mod for the Redmi K20 Pro running MIUI 11.0.3.0 stable based on Android 10. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to get notified of new videos. Hey peeps, what's up? Munchie here, back with another video, and in this video we're going to have a look at the best Google camera mod for the Redmi K20 Pro running MIUI 11.0.3.0 global stable based on Android 10. All the APKs and all the files which we're going to use in this video are linked in the description of the video. First thing you need to do is you will go into settings and then you will go into apps and manage apps and remove any other Google camera mod which you have installed. Once that is done, you will go into file manager and then you will go into APKs, and these are the APKs which you need to install, and you need to install them in the order in which they are mentioned. So the first APK which you need to install is the Google Camera 7.2 port by Perial. Then if you use Google Lens, you have to install the Google Lens APK. If you do not use Google Lens, you need not install it. Then the APK is numbered 3 to 7 are for those of you who like to play around with AR stickers. I am a big fan of the AR stickers which Google provides with Google Camera, so I always install that. And if you use those AR stickers, then you need to install APKs numbered 3 to 7. If you do not, then you do not have to install them. So in short, if you just want to use Google Camera, then just install the first APK. Once we have installed all the APKs, we'll go back into settings, apps, manage apps, and then we're going to search for the camera application which we just installed. Let me just tap on the search icon and search for camera. Here is the application, and we will click on clear data and select clear all data and then click on OK. Why are we doing this? We're doing this to remove any leftover settings from any previous GCAM which you had installed on your Redmi K20 Pro. Next thing, we're going to open the application, give it the permissions it is looking for, and now we need to enable the XML settings which you downloaded from the description of the video. How and where do you place that on your phone? I have a separate video for that which is linked in the description of the video. And once you've done that, all you need to do is double tap on the black space between the shutter button and the preview. So I'll double tap over here. It will open a pop-up which says choose a config. So the configs are from Mevsitin, and you will find a variant of my settings as well. However, the one with my name has some cosmetic changes only, and I have disabled 4K video. So once you've placed the XMLs in the correct folder, you get them in the drop down. You can choose between day and night, and as the name says, day is used for shooting in the day and night would be used for shooting in the night. So let's select this guy and then click on update. The UI will restart and you will see that we have the grid. Now me personally, I'm not a fan of the grid, so we'll just double tap on the black area, select the drop down and select the day version and click on update. And as I mentioned earlier, it's only a cosmetic change. We now do not have the grid lines. If you prefer the grid lines, then feel free to use that XML. We will first go into night sight, and bam, you can see we have the option to enable your light trail and enable astro mode forcibly. So these are the two options which are there. Other than that, you do have the option of switching between the three lenses, 0.6x, 1x and 2x. If you swipe down, you will get the different settings. You can set a timer, you can set your focus mode, 4 different options: near, far, infinity and auto. Infinity is used for astro mode, and if you want to change the ratio to 16:9, you can do that as well. Night mode is working, astro mode is working, and your light trail mode is also working. Before you ask me what about the toggle on the top right to switch between 12 and 48, if you tap on this guy, it will switch over to the 48 megapixel mode. Now the issue or a prerequisite to shoot in 48 megapixels is that you do need to have a Magisk module installed, which means you need to be rooted. Right now my device is not rooted. However, the process to enable 48 megapixel photographs in GCAM on the Redmi K20 Pro. I have a separate video for that as well, which is again linked in the description of the video. So right now, without root, if I switch over to 48 megapixel mode and then try to take a picture, it will still be in 12 megapixels, even though it says 48 megapixel on the top right. Another thing to note about the 48 megapixel mode is that the UI is laggy. So if you want to take 48 megapixel pictures, make sure you take that of objects which are not going to move, or if your surrounding is not going to change that much all of a sudden. I do have a 48 megapixel shot for you peeps, so I'll go into photos and this is the 48 megapixel picture which I took. I will go into the information. You can see that it is 48 megapixels and 22 MB. If we zoom into this picture, you will see the water particles in the web of the spider, and in fact you can also see that we do have an insect which is trapped in the web of the spider. So this is the level of detail which you can expect with 48 megapixel mode, but again you have to be rooted to use that. Moving back, we can now move over to portrait. So in portrait mode you have different options as well. You can swipe down, so you have face retouching, which works absolutely fine from the front camera and from the rear camera as well. Then you have the option of disabling HDR plus, using HDR plus or using HDR plus enhanced. If you want to set a timer, you can do that as well. You have the option of configuring your flash off, auto or on all the time, and again you can change the ratio as well. You can also switch between the various lenses. So if you want to tap on 2x, it will switch over to 2x. The thing you will notice is that every time you change the lens, the UI refreshes and it goes back to the camera option. It is kind of irritating, but it is what it is. Something is better than nothing. There are some GCAM ports which support only one camera. We are lucky enough to have a GCAM port which supports all the three cameras. So that's about it for portraits. Moving over to camera, swiping down, different options: HDR plus, HDR plus enhanced, HDR off. Important thing, once you turn on HDR, you can also use motion photos. So right now it is set to off. You can set it to auto or always on. I should have a motion photograph for you as well. And where do you use this motion photo? Here it is. You can see that on the top it says motion is off. I'll tap on it and there it is. This is a motion photo which I took. If you tap on the eye icon, it will show you all the shots in this photograph. And let's say you have an object which is moving too much, or somebody's eyes blink too much. This is where motion photos is useful. I can now swipe over and choose whatever shot I want to. So this is the main advantage of motion photographs. Another thing to note is that we also have the focus tracking option working on this port, and it works absolutely fine. Again, that is also useful if you have an object which say is moving and you want to lock the focus on that object while taking a picture. So very useful options in this GCAM port. Other than that, you also have the option of setting a timer flash. What is missing in the camera mode from the rear is that you do not have the option of face retouching. Let's try switching over to the front camera and see if we have that option. And there it is. You can see that we do have the option of face retouching on the front camera. So it is not present only in the rear camera. Next up, we have video. Now, as you can see, video just crashed. Why did the video option crash? That is because we had set the lens to 2x. If you set it back to 1x and then go over to the video option, it will take you to the video mode. But again, you do not have EIS working. You do have the option of 30 fps and 60 fps, but as I mentioned, EIS is not working. So I personally recommend that you use Xiaomi's MIUI camera for video recording on your Redmi K20 Pro. Going into more, panorama works absolutely fine from all the three lenses. Photosphere works only from one lens. It is not working from wide angle or telephoto lens. And then you also have the option of time lapse. You can choose between 1x, 5x, 10x, 30x and 120x speeds. Time lapse again is only working from the main camera. It is not working from the wide angle or the telephoto lens. And last but not the least, you have Google Playground in the building. Click on allow, give it all the permissions, and we can drag and drop this guy. And once you do that, all you need to do is set it up, pinch and zoom. And to take a picture, you would need to just tap on the icon or the shutter button. It will take a picture. If you want to record, just press and hold. It is going to record the content. Tap on this more icon, go into Playmoji, and as you can see, I do have my friends from Star Wars installed over here, which are showing up. And if I go into stickers, I do not have an internet connection right now, but if you go into stickers, it will show you the other stickers also which you have installed. So let's bring in BB8 into the building. Here is my friend BB8. Let's take a picture. Bam, picture taken. Press and hold, and now you can record a video of BB8. You can also tap on it and just drag it to the delete option, which is going to remove BB8 from your scene. So playground also works like a boss. You can also take selfies with your favorite AR stickers if you are into that. And there it is, peeps. That was our best GCAM port for the Redmi K20 Pro running MIUI 11.0.3.0 stable based on Android 10. And that will do it for this video. Hope my video helped you. Likes, shares, and subscribes are appreciated. Feedback and comment more than welcome. See you when I see you.